at that point, everything in NFTs was just basically Ponzi. So we wanted to create something that creates value from real products that actual people use. Here, the alignment of incentives with your holders is a great thing because when you give more to the holders, they're also incentivized, to talk about you, to say, how good they're doing. So it's like a whole new different experience of aligning everyone's incentives involved. Because getting to the first 3,000, 5,000 users is a massive thing for a new startup in a Web2 space. But here you basically have all of your holders are you like alpha testers who want to give you feedback, say if they're happy or not, how things can be improved. So it was great. I think we have been successful to some level. Builders, all of this thing. I think we have pioneered some of that. So people actually ask you what you're creating. It was not a thing. It was just people are happy if you had a good art. People are happy if you gave them merch or the vanity products that they give you. But we wanted to create that new standard of NFTs, the future of NFTs, where people expect more from you. People want you to build actual real products. THNDR Academy on Decrypt that they were minting on Solana. You know what? When you hit mint on Solana, you just hooked. You just hooked for life. That's what happened to me. I clicked mint once, and then that was it. Oh, this is fun. That is how I started. And then I started minting shit, a lot of rugs, and then you just didn't go back.
Hey, Alex. Yo!
Let's fucking go.
Oh, what's up? Yo, Mr. Alex. Hi.
Fucking love it. It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
Oh my God, I can't hear Alex. Can you hear him?
I couldn't hear
Oh,
him.
fuck me. Okay. Yeah. It was on mute. Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Perfect. Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
Let's fucking go.
perfect. Wow, this is amazing, man. I can't believe this.
Yeah, it's the
How are you
first
feeling,
time.
Alex?
It's feeling great. I mean, this feels like a normal meeting. Yeah. Yep. Sounds great.
Wow. So, dude, welcome to the Builders Focus session. This is the first ever Docs of Handsome Alex, CEO,
Go.
co-founder of Blocksmith Labs. Let's
Yep.
fucking
Yes,
go.
sir. Go.
It's amazing, man. It's finally an awesome time to actually finally meet you, brother. It's just amazing. It's an honor too. Yeah. So, dude, tell us about yourself, man. Alex, who are you? Where are you from?
Okay, so I think I've mentioned this a lot of times in a lot of spaces or in the community. 3 out of 4 Blocksmith Labs teams have Indian origins. So I also have Indian origins, but we grew up out of India, and Harmy and G, they grew up in the UK. I grew up in the Middle East, in Dubai. So right now I'm in India. I'm just traveling all the time. I'm kind of like a tech nomad now. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I'll be here in India in Goa for the next 6 months. So I'm just chilling. Maybe I'll go to Bali next. Who knows? Yeah. So it's just in between places right now. And then for my career, I have a decade of experience building shit and leading teams and building world-class products. I've always been I think, uh, something creator of some sort. So when I was 14, I started on freelancer.com, and I paid for my own tuition. I got a scholarship. So it's like doing editing videos, editing posters, and then all of that shit when I was 14. So I've always had side hustles. Even when I had a job, I used to have these side hustles, building for other people, leading teams, and all that shit. So yeah, I've been Web3 full time for the last 9, 10 months. Yeah, I started with DGOTS, so I went full time with DGOTS, and then it was time I had to start my own thing. Then I started BSL, and then I don't know how I met Harmy. It just kind of happened. We met at DGOTS actually, but I don't know what happened. But it's a happy accident.
So
And here we are.
you actually built some cool stuff for DGOTS, right? Back in the days.
Yeah, I actually started as a mod. Crypto wasn't like a career option. I mean, I didn't think of that. So I just started as, okay, this is something fun. And I started as a mod. I mean, it's not great because I knew how to build a community at DGODS. I was squashing FUD, talking to people, just answering people and all of that. And then I was a CM, and then I was a dev. Because one weekend when I had time from all the side hustles from the full time job, I built DMAP for fun, and it blew up. And then I thought, why could I not make this full time? And then I went full time, and then I was a lead dev. I built Dust staking, some parts of Dead God staking, and then Dusty's, which is the raffle and the auction website, and little parts here and there. And then BSL started.
But bro,
It's
how
weird
did
that
you become DGOTS mod? That's the story in all itself, right?
I mean, actually nothing. I was just active all day. I was answering questions. And they didn't have a plan for mods. They're like, whoever's active, just give them mods. And that is how I became a mod. I did not know the team beforehand. After we were active, me, GTK, AK, Nemesis, we were all active in the chat, like answering people and asking questions. And that's how I became a mod. And then I just think sort of just happened. I stuck to DGOT because I saw something other people couldn't see. I truly saw what it could become in the future. So I stuck there, contributed as much as I can, and then
Beautiful.
I made a reputation for myself, and then started BSL.
Beautiful. So do you think that your life-changing moment was when you had a chance to actually become like a mod for DGOTS and how that kind of escalated your Web3 career?
Web3, I think DJ Apes Mint was my Web3 career moment, as in I was in crypto for a while because I was just trading tokens. I had like 20, 30 tokens and coins portfolio. Before I came to Solana and NFTs, I was just trading coins left and right, man. I literally researched every single coin and token under 100 market cap. So I literally knew every protocol, how it works. I dabbled in DeFi, BNB DeFi, all the yield farming and all that shit. Until I saw an article on DGen Apes Academy on Decrypt that they were minting on Solana. You know what? When you hit mint on Solana, you just hooked. You just hooked for life. That's what happened to me. I clicked mint once, and then that was it. Oh, this is fun. That is how I started. And then I started minting shit, a lot of rugs, and then you just didn't go back. It's a lot of fun. It used to be a lot more fun. People not as fucking on each other's throats then. It was just I made a quick 2x. It was fine. It was like that. So
Uh, so how many hours on average did you use to study all the DeFi and the tokens and shit like that?
Oh, I think my main job, like the full job was kind of chill. Like it was a 9 to 5, and I was quick. The Web2 space has improved a lot. They don't give you like the daily tasks and shit. So they give you something, and then you can do it in your time and then get back to them. I was also doing remote, fully remote. So I just used to finish my whatever task I had in like a day, and I had a full week. And then all week I used to fucking watch YouTube videos, Corin Bureau, all these videos, Brian John, all these videos, and then somehow just ended up in Solana.
Wow. Drew, I think you might have something to add here.
No, I find that fascinating because I think I've got like a bit of a similar kind of experience from going through all the DeFi protocols. And anytime like people that have been around in the space long enough to have gone through DeFi summer of a year ago, just brings back really good memories of all the Olympus DAO forks, rebase tokens, that whole just absolute and it's really funny. Like I kind of look at the like transition, I guess, almost, or the evolution of the DeFi space from what it was at that point in time to the sort of direction it's moving now with this kind of like real yield with a lot of protocols. And I kind of now look at a similar kind of evolution just from a different fundamental standpoint within the NFT space, where we've obviously had this whole debate over the last couple of months with the 0% royalties and the actual kind of like business model standpoint of projects. How do they generate revenue to then fund themselves, sustain themselves? And I think it's really quite interesting having watched how the DeFi side of things has sort of like evolved over the last 12 months. And I think we're now kind of in that sort of first maybe 3-month period, maybe 6 months at a push, where you're seeing the same thing now from an NFT project standpoint, where it's making that transition to a more sustainable future, which I'm really excited to kind of see come to fruition.
Yeah, I remember like 30,000, 40,000 APY on BNB
Oh, yeah.
farming tokens. Just playing all those tokens. I remember that. Llama DeFi Llama, yeah. A lot of that shit. It was fun. Yeah.
It was insane. Some of the APYs were just like, you knew it was basically just going to zero. But at the same time, like, I mean, I probably spent, that's the thing. I mean, for me, I'm one of those people where if I want to learn something, I'm going to put some money into it to get a proper understanding. And so, you know, I think I probably ended up wasting a good $1,500 or something across rebase tokens, you know, but again, at the end of the day, it was good fun and it was a worthwhile experience.
For sure, for sure. So kind of back to the story of kind of who you are, right? And from the point of being a DeGod mod, and then you met your partner, then building Blocksmith Labs, like what was your vision of the project and what did you see at that time in the market that made you feel like, hey, it's time that I want to start something. I believe that I have something cool and different to offer to the market.
Yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to lead a team, start my own project, like all the side hustles I had. I didn't expect this to blow up as much because I was just doing my own shit. I've always been, you know, keep your heads down, work your ass off kind of guy, and then just tweeting, creating your own, you know, brand and all of that. It's been new. It's been a learning experience, but I didn't expect this to blow up as much because you do the same shit in Web2. People don't really give a fuck. But here, the alignment of incentives with your holders is a great thing because when you give more to the holders, they're also incentivized, you know, to talk about you, to say, you know, how good they're doing. So it's like a whole new different experience of aligning everyone's incentives involved. Because something like this would not be, you know, would not get as much traction or would not get as much, you know, user base, because getting to the first 3,000, 5,000 users is a massive thing for a new startup in a Web2 space. But here you basically have like, you know, all of your holders are you like alpha testers who want to give you feedback. Oh, you know, who'll say if they're happy or not, how things can be improved. So it was great. The reason why we started BSL was by that point, everything in NFTs was just basically Ponzi. Literally, kind of still is. But I think we wanted to start something where you know clearly where the value is coming from. I mean, of course, it has its own downside. The floor price is limited to whatever the perceived value you're creating. It has a downside, I agree. But we wanted people to see that NFTs are not just basically Ponzi's, wherein you give more collections and, you know, more merch and all of that. So we wanted to create something that creates value from real products that actual people use. So that was the core principle of Blocksmith Labs, and to some level still is. But now I understand the value of having, you know, different collections, more people, you know, hype and speculation and all of that. And going forward, that is why we did some of what we did with Smiths and, you know, the rebranding and the project too. All of that, we have realized that we try to create a blueprint for, you know, NFTs that are not basically Ponzi's. But it's just hard to change user behavior just by yourself. You have to ease them into something. I think we have been successful to some level. Builder brand, builders, all of this thing. I think we have like pioneered some of that. So people actually ask you what you're creating. It was not a thing. It was just like people are happy if you had a good art. If people are happy if you gave them merch or the vanity products that they give you. But we wanted to create that new standard of NFTs, the future of NFTs, where people expect more from you. People want you to build actual real products. Now we're seeing that with people are building DeFi protocols, marketplaces, and all of these creative products. And yeah, that was the core principle of Blocksmith Labs.
Were you inspired by any Web2 business, or perhaps some founder in Web3 you met before in tech or somewhere that inspired you to have the concept of a very utility packed project?
That was the thing. There was nothing like that. I mean, Foxes, I admire them a lot. They've done really something good before we even started. I mean, people didn't realize the value of Foxes until lately, until everyone started building, and then they saw what the value of actually building products is. And I'm very thankful that they've started something. They didn't give a shit about if people cared about what they build. They just build their stuff, great products. But our thing was to align incentives and also make sure we have the distribution. There are a lot of fucking projects now who build great products, but they don't have the distribution. I was just going through my old Discord servers, and I accidentally checked some announcement. I don't remember which project. They were building something cool, but no one knew because their floor price was 0.5. They didn't have a brand. They didn't have the distribution. So we knew the value of having distribution and a brand, and to people to use your product, to people actually give a shit. So if you're like 0.5 sol, 1 sol floor, people would not give a shit about what you're building. So it was also important to bring everything together to actually people see and have that distribution and use your products. And yeah, that was also. So to get back to your question, I don't think there was any utility-based projects who align incentives, who had the distribution, who had everything, right? So that was like the main goal for Blocksmith Labs, and I like to believe that we have been successful to some extent.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I guess it was all like up from you and your team. And how do you form like the team that's just so packed filled with talent? Because I remember in the last spaces that you were with Kevin Degas, you mentioned that you guys have a really, really lean team. But I mean, look at the products that you push out. It's super dope, man. I mean, think about Mercury. I think you have the data, right, Alex? Like how many, I guess, Discord IDs have been connected to Mercury?
Oh yeah, you can go and check out stats.blocksmithlabs.io. Okay, fun story. Mercury, we we spent zero money on Blocksmith Labs before mint. Even the art we paid after the mint. So we went zero money. Harmy and I were just hustling on the weekends building Mercury. He took some parts of it. I took some parts of it. I was also working at DGods doing some of their stuff. So we spent zero. All we spent was our own money. Maybe it's because we're Indians and we're cheap as fuck. I don't know. I mean, frugal. So we didn't want to spend money on anything. We started bootstrap this with our own skill and nothing else. So even today, we don't hire people we don't need. We only hire based on if we actually need them. We don't hire and then find something for them to do. So we're actually, I want to give a shout out to Wazgan, who is our CTO, and that dude is fucking amazing, bro. He single-handedly built Bifrost, which made like $1 billion company. Magic Kieran, come down, and they also build dynamic pricing and all of that. So it just goes to show that if you have talented devs, you don't. More people, more devs doesn't mean more productivity. So you just need certain few people, to actually build something. You don't need a lot of people. that has been, one of our like thinking and thought process. We only want to hire people that make sense to us. That is why, yeah.
How did you guys meet, man? I mean, like, I think it's all like a founder's dream to have that like amazing genius CTO that can build you billion-dollar companies.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You attract the kind of energy that you put out, right? So we've always, from day one, even before minting, we put out an announcement that said we could fail, we could build bad products, we could not find PMF, product market fit. So mint at your own risk. So we've always been open, transparent from day one, and you said this is what we are, this is what we can do. We're not gonna do a Ponzi, we're not gonna do hype shit up. We're gonna work our asses off, and we're gonna show real value. That's what we have done. I think it attracted the kind of community and the team who are also like us, who wanted to align with our ideologies, and that is how like was came into our team. Here's the thing: none of us, like even the core team, only four of us are full time, and we don't take big salaries. Like I'm making like 10% of what I used to make, in the web too, and same goes for all of us because we wanna do something good for the space. We want to change it first and then maybe think about making money. If you were in web2, you don't make money from day one. You bootstrap with your own money, you hustle, you until you get to a certain stage, then you can start thinking about making money. So the same goes for Woz or G or Harmy. We don't take a lot of salary. Just that is how it's been lean, and that is how we can still run for like 2-3 years without a lot of money. Yeah, it's
Wow.
just yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
kind of like a dream. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So
Not
like
right.
it shows that you guys really found like a star team. Now, Blocksmith Labs had a certain look to them with the PFP art. Of course, I think we can get into like the whole concept of where that came from. But I'm more curious about kind of like the rebrand and why you guys went towards this new Smiths. And it's intentionally spelled SMYTHS. Yeah.
Yeah, so the whole thing from the beginning, um, I have to admit, like it was a failure on my part to have the front-facing PFP, which were zoomed out a lot. They were not fit as PFPs as much because you had to, set them as PFP zoomed out, and then you couldn't figure out, the minor details and the phases and all of that. So from the outset, every PFP started looking like the same. So, like I said, we were just focused on building Mercury. That was our only focus. We left everything to the artists. We didn't spend a lot of time into it. So this time we actually spend the time using the data, taking feedback, from the team, with everyone we knew that, and then we shouldn't have just gone the front facing, because from what the history have done, right facing is more powerful. It's more recognizable. That's why we have a PFP version as well. So we don't want to have just a PFP version. So we also gave them, the zoomed out version, and then that is why you still have the iconic, crossed arms pose. That is, just it is a Smith, and not a lot of collections have something like that. And as for the Smiths rebranding, we thought about a lot, man. We had like, I don't know, Vikings, Titans, Kings, and all of this shit. So we wanted to separate VSL and Smiths, because VSL, we build products. Hyping shit up with products is much more harder, if you have done it, but it's much more harder than doing collection specific things and hyping them up. So that is why we did it. And Smiths, it's easier to brand, it's easier to IP, and it's, if you, I don't know, if you change them to Kings, you wouldn't recognize. But now, if you say Smiths, it sounds familiar. It is unique. You can. It is not a real word, so you can give it whatever meaning you want. So that is why we went with Smiths. And yeah, the whole rebranding is that we want to separate. So the new BSL 2.0 rebranding is coming. It's fucking great, man. It's gonna everything's gonna look smooth, polished, great. And Smith will have its own separate branding and all of that. So it's just a matter of organizing everything and have different marketing, different branding for everything.
Did you get any like bad feedback regarding the old art? Because I mean, I thought it was cool, like front facing like this, really like dark, and then now it's like it's like this. I mean, it's cool too, right?
I mean, here's the thing about art. You absolutely cannot make everyone happy ever. Like there is literally no collection that can make everyone happy. From whatever research we did, the right facing works best. So we had to go with right facing. Uh, yeah, the front facing, like I said, was too zoomed out. You couldn't figure out the details. So we removed all, the attributes on the hands and put them on faces and randomize them a little bit. So it still respects all the rarity, but yeah, we removed all the belts. The belts were fucking shitty. No one even knew belts had rarity. So belts were just there. So we removed belts, we removed the hand traits and then put them on the face. Because we noticed this a lot of times when, this is a common thing. People put their NFT hat on their normal picture, right? And then we saw like every Smith looked the same. Every Smith looked the fucking same. What did we do this for? So we made it a point to make sure every head looks different. So that is why we had face traits. And yeah, it was a lot of work, man. And we set ourselves in a fucking box, and then we had to create two versions of everything that look kind of similar but had distinct, style and distinct vibe. So Acer, had to look gold, regal and princely and all of that, and Werner had to look dark, magical, and all of that. So it was a lot of work. People don't really realize that, but yeah, we have exceptional team, so we made it happen in time.
And I was gonna say, I really love the way that with the artwork, it's got the two sort of sides to it now. Because I mean, like, I still have got my, Jet gives me shit for it because I haven't yet upgraded my gold BSL because I absolutely fuck with how it actually looks. And so Jet always gives me shit for it. He's like, Drew, you got to upgrade, you got to upgrade. And I was like, dude, I'm going to, but I actually love how it looks. But it's really amazing. I love the ability that you've got to transition between of the upgraded versions on the two sides because, and I like every time I'm on Magic Eden and I'm searching for, which is going to be my next purchase. And I'm looking at them going, oh, like this one looks really cool. But then I wonder what it would look like on the flip side. And so the artwork side, I can imagine the amount of time that would have gone into it. And I think they look phenomenal. So massive props to Stock still and the guys who did the artwork upgrades for you guys because they are awesome. And I love the fact as well, coming back to from an SPL token standpoint with the utility app, like the utility of those tokens, I think Jet and I have spoken before. I think a lot of NFT projects out there, it's all well and good, have the NFT, be able to stake it and generate some SPL token, but it's how do you actually then create demand for it, utility for it? And I think the mechanism to just have it as a simple switch function, I think is brilliant because, there's then elements that you can gamify exactly how it works. And you guys obviously have got that integrated. So I thought the whole process was fantastic.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that it came in the worst possible time, but yeah, it was still it's still great. We just wanted to upgrade the art, and we did. It talks, and that's what we wanted to do. We don't want to like pump forward to like fucking $6, $10, and then that was not our goal. Our goal was to give the best art that we could within whatever boundaries we had, and then we did. I don't really regret dropping this whenever we dropped it. Yeah, we could have, I guess, we pumped to 150, 200 if we dropped it, way before or waited, or you don't know how long it's going to take. So we just had to drop it. People like the OGs gave a lot of shit for, the OG art, the OGs as in the Solana OGs. Oh, I really love their team, but I don't really fuck with the art. We got a lot of those comments. So And then now we upgraded and people are saying, oh no, the OG art grew on me. Like, fuck off. We can't, you can't win.
You cannot really
Yeah,
like please anyone, right, brother? This is very
but
normal.
yeah, just don't upgrade. Okay. Just keep it forward. Just don't upgrade. So that is why, so the upgrade is not like a big change. So it's not like it's 10 and 30 and then you halvings and then it goes to 2 and then 3. So we didn't do all of that. So normal one, the ODR has 10, ascended 12. That's as simple as that.
Before we talk about the platform, because I think that Smith's that new website that you guys did, Alex, and I think at Blocksmith Labs have not really like sold the concept as much as you guys should, because the new UI is so smooth, the new staking platform, the
Oh, we spent
upgrading.
a lot of fucking time on this, man. Like a lot of time. Give me a second. So we spent a lot of time on it, man. When you see it as one single thing, you don't realize how much work went in it. So we work with lore artists. Mike's here on creating actual lore for this, and then also, we had someone, a voice artist, like a popular voice artist, who did the background voice for the intro, and then we started to artists, and then create an original score. We have like two original score for the upgrade for the ascended, and then also having staking, non-custodial staking. We should have hyped it up, I guess, but I don't know people realize that it's non-custodial. The NFT is still in your wallet. We have done that for primates before us, and then we use some of that tech. It's Cardinals non-staking. It's the same DeGods users and the same primates users. Cardinals non-staking, and then
It's dude, it
Rarity.
is kind of crazy, man. Because like, oh, it's non-custodial, it's nothing much. Our platform is really really well done, dude. And now you
Yeah,
get a Christmas background, a Christmas update, a new outfit. I was like, what? Like, I don't know here, man.
yeah. Like I mentioned, Shifter was something we were working on before this, and then we did something staking that uses Shifter and non-custodial staking for primates. So we've done that already. So we wanted to show, before we did Smith's The Ascended, we were doing shit for other projects. We were doing Mercury and Bifrost, and we just stopped and thought, what if we use all of our tech for Smiths, and then we can use all of that? So if you observe, there's Bifrost in Smiths as well. So the dynamic pricing for the gates, and then the dynamic pricing to switch between a surveyor. So it's also using some of the Bifrost tech, and then we use Shifter. So Shifter is fucking great, man. Everything you want, Shifter is the answer. That's what we keep joking in the core team. So it has so much possibilities. So we want Smiths to be the place for everyone to see what is possible with Shift. So that is why we'll drop, seasonal items, limited time items. We also, we're too kind of late to this, but we wanted to do for the World Cup to have your own jerseys. For the World Cup to support your own team. It's kind of too late now, but we will do something with the country. So if you want to have a background, that represents your country, we'll do that. So a lot of amazing stuff you can do with Shifter, and then it keeps the attention, the engagement, on Smith. So that is also one of the fun things, and Acer and Vayner as well. So people will keep switching back. You can buy, but you don't have a preview on the other side. You keep wondering what's on the other side. You switch. Yeah, so it's just we set it up in a way that these things keep happening and happening. It's unfortunate the timing, but yeah, we thought a lot about this. We spent a lot of time and resources and money on this. It's unfortunate that the timing of it.
And quite a lot of people don't know really that actually, because like I remember I was talking on the Spaces and you mentioned something like the royalties and the 0% royalties did not really disturb you that much because like didn't it didn't affect much of what you guys were doing as you guys were making quite a lot of I mean you guys were making the revenue from your platform already and just already can you share a bit more about that side?
Okay, it kind of affected us in a way that we were able to do whatever we did. If you remember Bifrost, so we didn't take a lot of money. We only took like 0.51% for maintenance, and it costs a lot for RPCs and service and all of that maintenance. So we did take only a small percentage, but whatever the normal launchpad phase is, we gave it all back to Forge. Even Mercury, we don't make any money from Mercury because we take percentage of whitelist spots for listing on Mercury. It's a innovative way to give it back to holders. So we were able to do that because we had a continuous income stream through royalties. Now that it is gone, we're still doing it, but we'd have to find other ways. Now we'd have to. It was all for holders before. Now we'd have to maybe split between them. It's not ideal because we had everyone's incentives aligned, and now it's gonna fuck. So we have to, split whatever we have. Maybe whitelist spots or whitelist mints, anything that we build, we might have to split to them for us to be able to continue building more stuff. I mean, we can do this for free, but I don't know how long.
Understand. And do you have like any thoughts and plans to perhaps expand to another blockchain, or perhaps doing a migration or doing a second collection on another more, I guess, liquidity packed blockchain, like what the D brand is doing right now, or considering, I guess.
Oh shit! Should I drop some alpha right now?
Oh yeah, of course. This is what we're for, right? Let's go.
Okay. So project 2 is gonna be different. We have never considered hype or speculation to be anything in part of the collection. But project 2 is gonna be the main goal is gonna be the most hype drop of all time on any collection. That's gonna be our goal. So we have seen what we can do when we enter some space. We end up doing the best version of whatever it is. We take something that's already existing, we make the best version of it. So we also want to do that with project 2. We have some crazy ass ideas on how to build hype and how to make things super interesting, how to bring back nostalgia, and a lot of those ideas. So it's going to be it's long time from now, probably 5, 6, 8 months from now, because I don't even know, because it's hard to create something unique. So yeah, that is something that is exciting. But also, so that is the collection side. But also we have Atlas 3, which is gonna be okay. You think you've seen Mercury and what Mercury does? There are like 450K wallets on Mercury. We have given out 4 million whitelist spots to Mercury. So it is literally next to like the Magic Edens and all the marketplaces. So if you Mercury is like 5% of Atlas, so it has so much more potential, and it's all cross chain. So getting back to your question of the cross chain, so if we've built everything keeping in mind that we could go multi chain with any time with any product. So Raven is built around Twitter, Mercury is built around Discord. So we think products and design products and architect them in a way that it could scale to any chain. Mercury actually already supports Ethereum and Aptos, and yeah, maybe if you want to, it's easy to add another chain. So that is how we build our products. So our products will be multi-chain. I do believe in multi-chain future. I don't believing in fucking banning Solana. So I don't have any plan. I still believe in Solana. Uh, it's just having a knee-jerk reaction, in a time like this, I think is not, good. So that is why I want people to stick and see what happens. Okay, maybe Solana gets fucked even more. It goes to $2. It stays for $2 for a few months. Maybe then we'll consider. Of course, I'm not a blind bag holder, but the fundamentals haven't changed with Solana. Solana is literally still the only blockchain that has like speed of light confirmation, block time and all of that. So if you want to create experiences that are near to Web2, that are instantaneous, Solana is the place to go. But yeah, I'm not a blind bag holder. If we have something, we'd more like expand and not move the Smiths. That is for sure. I don't even know if there's a good way to bridge assets from Sol to ETH.
I have not seen like a way to bridge assets, but I know that you can bridge tokens. But it's just kind of like you put it into an escrow, and then it. Yeah, I mean, you've done DeFi before, right, Alex? So you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, NFTs also can be moved through wormhole, but man, bridges are the hardest problem to solve in crypto because you see every single bridge has been hacked, like the Jumps wormhole, the Thor chain, uh, the Poly network, Poly. I don't remember the name. It starts with Poly or something. So every bridge that you ever seen has been hacked. So it's a hard problem. And the only way right now is for individuals to wormhole their NFTs. So it will be interesting to see how this will be solved. Maybe it would be something more manual and not as automated, and individual users have to go, or you send them your NFT and then you get something in your Discord or some shit like that. That is not Web3. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how people are going to solve it.
That cross-chain utility piece. No, 100% agree. I was gonna say it's really funny. I'm currently like on my PC. I'm in the inner circle chat in Discord, and it's honestly really funny. So I was gonna say Alex Weezy says that he loves you, by the way, and he says that Chromie has skinny legs. Whoever that is.
Chromie, the first cross-chain
mod. I love it. So, but no, one of the questions that I was going to ask, because I'm actually really interested in terms of how you guys, with the backgrounds that you've got and the tools that you are building, how do you actually kind of make those decisions in terms of going, okay, this is what we want to build, this is what we want to, commit time and resources to actually trying to create, and then, how often do you potentially throw ideas out that you go, do you know what, maybe we don't want to actually invest time and research in this?
About the ideas, man, fuck. I keep so we have a core team chat, just the four of us, Harmy, G, Was, and I keep throwing them stupid fucking ideas probably every single day, and then we have even now we have like at least four or five products, specs design. So at any given point of time, we have some idea of what products can be built. And then based on meta and based on how the space reacts, we can pivot. And since we're a lean team, it's kind of hard to focus on.
I want that utility right there. I want to be able to just clap my hands and get a water bottle right into my hands. That's nice.
Just appears out of nowhere.
All right, guys. While we're drinking water, we're like 45 minutes in now to the live stream. If you're having a good time, I just want to say welcome off again. Chef Boy, I'm going to do the honor and do our first live stream reset.
Oh, damn, I'm nervous. All right, so yeah, welcome to the Thunder Spaces live streamed. You already know we do this all day, every day on the daily. Your host is Jet. I'm your co-host, Chef Boyard David. We got Drew in the building as the co-host, and we got the wonderful Alex from Blocksmith Labs, special guest in the building. If you guys do enjoy the content that you're getting, please drop a retweet, drop a like and a comment. We really do appreciate it. That's how we let the people know that we out here vibing, having a good time. Really helps us out a lot. So make sure that you're dropping a like, dropping a retweet and a comment. Make sure you follow the host and the speakers as well. We need to connect together during this bear market. That's how we're going to build together. We make sure that we're all following each other, and that's how we're going to make it. So make sure that you're doing all these things. And yeah, I'm excited for more.
Let's fucking go, Chef. Let's go. I love it.
Let's go.
We got to get Chef at Blocksmith Labs, baby. Oh, man. We got to get him in there, man.
Chef, you gotta grab him 100%. So
listen, I got bonuses coming on the new year, so I'm gonna pick up a few that have been on my list. I got a few on my list that I got some big bonuses from my day job coming soon. So I'm gonna pick up a Blocksmith, Famous Fox, a couple others I want.
All right, you got to make sure you pick gold skin. Gold skin's where it's at, baby.
Gold skin down.
Hey,
gold skin, let's go.
Solana skin, baby. I'm going for Solana skin. Okay, if you're listening to this, drop it in the comments. Which skin is your favorite Blocksmith Labs trait? Which skin? Let's go, baby. Let's go. I want to see it.
I'm amazed at how many people in the Discord are just blown away by how good Alex's hair is. They're giving shout outs to your hairdresser. And, honestly, this is what I fucking love about people in this space. It's just brilliant. Discord, like, you'll probably just see me grinning. It's just because I've got the Discord up behind me, and honestly, it's hilarious. It's
bro.
But no,
Inner Circle, yeah, Inner Circle is great, man. I think it's kind of like my safe space by now. You know, every other Discord server I go, they're just talking about the macro. You know, everyone's worried Solana is going to $2, but you are in a circle, like motherfuckers are talking about like random shit. You know, they're talking about football, soccer, or whatever. So it's just that is where I usually go because they don't give a shit about the prices or anything. They just like a it's kind of cringe to say, but they're like a family. They just been the OGs have been together for like since the mint. They just don't give a shit about the price changes, and they're just having fun. And I love being in the inner circle. Yeah, it's just fucking wholesome as fuck.
But this is where it goes back to a little bit about someone goes, Alex said soccer flooring my Smith right now. It's
soccer and football conversation going on.
No, but
wait, Drew, wait.
Team football, 100%.
Wait, Drew. Alex, have you ever done a shoey before?
No, I haven't.
All right. Next time.
I'll be prepared.
Yeah, we'll get
we'll
prepared.
Definitely
all right,
Drew,
you go, bro.
Yeah.
No, but I was gonna say that's one of the things that I love, and like it goes back to the topic of like different types of NFT projects and what it is that they're doing. And one of the things that I love with you guys is being like a team of builders and people who actually just want to create some cool shit and go, okay, what does the ecosystem need? How can we help facilitate? And so from a community standpoint, it's very much, and I see it whenever I come into the Discord, it is that sort of much more relaxed, fun kind of environment to it, which I absolutely love. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about, all the memes of people going like, can devs do something type thing. It's like, you don't have to worry about it because it's like, you know that you guys are going to be working, grinding in the background, building dope shit. And so you don't, I just love the way in which that sort of team and community connection actually operate. So yeah, no, that's why I definitely do. I love it. I think, Blocksmiths is definitely, slowly but surely becoming one of my biggest bags within the space. So I love the fact someone posted the can devs do something. Oh, I love it. The space is unparalleled.
I do want to take it back to the questions, and I have a question that one of your community members sent me a DM. They want to hear your vision of the lossless lottery system, and I also want to know because I was curious to find out like what does that mean, lossless lottery? Because I mean, there's always someone who's going to lose, right? And there's always going to be someone who's going to win.
Yeah, so that's the fun part. That is the magic of Web3. So I mean, there are premium bonds. I don't know if you've heard of premium bonds, but it's kind of like premium bonds, but decentralized and on-chain verifiable. So it's that. So how the normal raffles work is everyone pulls in money, and then that is the value, and then someone wins. Someone gets value, someone loses value. But in lossless lotteries, the value is created by taking the funds and creating, something more out of it. So, okay, let me just give you a simple example of how lossless lotteries can work. Let's just say you have 10,000 sol, 20,000 sol from, I don't know, 500 people, right? So the way it works in normal raffles, people who have put money, the winner takes all, loser loses, right? So, but in this case, we take that 10,000 sol verifiably on chain, can stake it, and then the staking rewards, let's just say, I don't know, like 1-2%, for example, that's staking reward. So the 10,000 is still there. No one is losing their money, but the extra that we're able to pool. So if you were to stake your 1, 2, 3, 5 sol, your returns would be like fucking 0.0002 sol. It doesn't matter to you, right? But if you can forego that smaller rewards for a chance at winning big, so we put 10,000, we get maybe 50, 100 sol. So winner takes the 100 sol, and everyone still gets to keep their money, right? So that is where the value is created by staking and getting the staking rewards. So that is just one example, and it varies depending on your, how you want the protocol to run and how much risk the pool can take. So the other example could be putting that 10,000 to a slightly higher risk lending protocol. Okay, so you'd have 20% APY, as opposed to 5-6%. So the APY could be bigger. The risk is higher, but dude, let's say now you have 200, 300 sol, and then the winner takes 200, 300 sol. But still, the 10,000 sol is still there. Everyone still gets to keep their money, and we can take a cut of every pool. And yeah, that is how it basically kind of works.
So just so my understanding is correct, do you currently have a validator right now for Solana?
No, not really. If we were to do this, we might consider doing a validator at some point in the future. But yeah, not really right now, because the market is down. It's not profitable at all. So we want to have funds, liquid when the market changes. So we don't have a validator at this point yet.
Understand. That's cool, man. Do you want to share like a bit about each pillar of the new roadmap that you put up on your tweet on the Blocksmith profile? Like we have the Atlas 3, you had the Colossus Lottery, the custom merge, right? And stuff like that.
Oh yeah. So whatever is mentioned is like the rough idea. We only gave it out because people are feeling, nervous, even though we've built so much and proved ourselves for so long. I don't know what people are worried about, but people were like getting impatient after this events. People just thinking, okay, what's coming after the upgrade? Do they not have any plans? Is it dead? Is this a slow rug now? So people are having trouble with that, and that is why we gave sort of like a map of something we could be working on. So it's not binding. It's not guaranteed that in any order or any feature, because the space moves fast, and then something genius could pop up in my head or some other team member's head, and we could instantly build that. Because this Christmas idea just came in out of nowhere, and then we were like, yo, that would be fun, so we will do that. So something like that. Then the World Cup came, Harmy built something in like an hour, so to have sweepstakes and all of that. We don't really advertise this, but we build smaller fun things for our community. So it's not really any set in stone, but I'll just explain what Atlas 3 is and whatever we have mentioned. If I go into details, I think fuck everyone would be bored, man. Let me just give an outlook of Atlas 3. So it's gonna be the place everyone will go to in NFTs, cross-chain, ETH NFTs, all NFTs, I don't know, whatever chain we integrate. So it still has giveaways, whitelist collection. So yeah, here's one thing, revolutionary. So now for Mercury, you have to go and click claim, right? So you don't have to do that anymore. When you get the role, your whatever wallets you have, they're going to be auto claimed. So your role will be auto claimed. So it's going to be something no one has ever done. So that is one thing. And also we'd have, imagine a place where you can go. In the homepage, we have a lot of data on Mercury. So there are a lot of raffles running, auctions running, projects, people claiming whitelists. So we haven't found a way to show that information meaningfully. Let's just say there's the Cleanosaurus whitelist is running hot, but we didn't show them on the top in the homepage saying that this is what is trending. So taking all that data and making meaningful insights through ML and AI. You've seen what's possible with OpenAI, so it should be something fun. So, or even through social cues. This is not just for pre-mint. So Mercury is just pre-mint, so it's going to be post-mint. So OK Bears will have their own profile page where if you click, you're going to see all their live giveaways, everything about their team, the proof of reserve. The team can connect their wallets, and they can show. It will show a brief of the incoming and outgoing transaction from their wallets. They can put up job, so there's going to be a job board. People can buy or sell in an order book style for their whitelist for premium projects. So I don't know which one we're going to build first, or on which order, and what we're going to build and what we're not, but it should be like the one place you go. Let's just say you wanna pull the trigger on youths. So you can just go and briefly see, oh, who is part of this community. What are they doing? What are the what is the hype? What is the sentiment on Twitter? So we also have the Twitter sentiment for every project. So what are they talking? Is it good? Is it bad? It's hard, but if you end up doing good stuff with it, it's going to be a lot of fun. So at any given point of time, so this also ties in with, if there's a new user now, if you want to onboard your friend to NFTs, what are you going to do? Where are you going to send them? How do they know which project is hyped, rather than just fucking following influencers and their the pump and dumps? And there's just no one single point for everyone, for news user, for existing user. So that's going to be Atlas for cross chain. So I think, to sum it up, like to dumb it down, like to the least level, so it's going to be like the non-SAN or the coin market cap of NFTs. You open it every day and then you check it out every day. It has great analytics. It has sentiment analysis. It has like a fear greed index and all of that shit. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And then when you have the adoption, and then you provide incentives for Smiths, and that is when Smiths are going to see how fucking big this is, because we have put holders all the time, every time, at the center of whatever we build, and that has been our goal. And then they will feel like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, everyone in the world knows what it is, and then we are like the center of whatever this product is. That's like
that
the ultimate goal
sounds so
for that.
bullish,
I
man.
fucking love that. That's
Dude, Drew, wait. So the first center for a newcomer, anywhere, anyone who's new, if you're listening, guys, you don't know where to go, come here, Thunder Spaces. These live streams, we're gonna be live 24/7. That's the goal. We want to keep this going. We want to keep this open, and we want to keep this as open and safe. We're going to be talking about and onboarding all of you guys, and as well as through our homies here. We've got a bunch of new projects that are coming on as well. Post-mint projects and amazing projects like Alex. So, but all that aside, I think the content that you were sharing it's really amazing, because I think back then in the DeFi world, I think all of us are used to going on CoinMarketCap on a daily basis, right? Like the first thing you think of, CoinMarketCap. For some people, like they go on CoinGecko, right? And so I think if we have a team that is experienced as you, with a very, very strong community, dope art, dope utility, dope platform, a one-stop shop. We tie in like content, we tie in media, like we tie in some community engagement and stuff like that. Perhaps a merch store, maybe some featured projects paid in Forge. Obviously, I can kind of think about that as I'm talking about this. And of course, like if people want to pay in USDC or in Sol, that's all can be used to buy back Forge and stuff like that. I think there's a whole mechanic system that you guys can design. So, taking what you just mentioned just now, 5 years from now, where do you see Smiths, man?
Oh shit. 5 years. I don't know if crypto is gonna be there, man. I don't even fucking know. I don't have a 5-year vision because it's so hard. Like 5 years ago, Solana didn't exist, so I don't know 5 years from now Solana will exist. So one thing I know for sure, like we are quick and we will build based on the meta, and then we have like a grand vision for every product. It's not just. I think here's the thing with a lot of projects. So they build one thing and then it doesn't receive love, and they just abandon it and move on to the next thing. The space is also kind of like that, because people like the DJs here in the space don't appreciate the iterative updates on software, because software often is iterative. So imagine how Solana was, like the V1 version of Solana was. And now after Quick and everything happened, how good Solana is. Like if you stopped at like the V1, like you wouldn't have this version. So if you stopped at Mercury V1, we wouldn't have Atlas today, right? So but people constantly want the next big thing. What is the next big thing that should be hyped? We're hyped about this. Oh, there's a new collection. There's a good reason why second and third collections work, because they want the new big thing. They want the hype and shit. Yeah, but we will slowly but surely, iteratively build the biggest, NFT platform there ever is cross chain. Yeah, but that is goal for now. That is the next year goal. But I don't see, like in the short to midterm, BSL and the holders of BSL having their own sub brands and sub projects and being the leader in their own regards, and then us supporting them with their projects. A few of our holders like Praj, he's building Simple Labs. So I love that guy and whatever they're building. So they took inspiration from how we build Blocksmith Labs, like creating value, creating products, and it was great. It was actually inspirational for us that we could, inspire a few people to create, strong, product-based collections rather than just hyping, more merch and all that shit. So I think in the future, every Smith now is gonna be the leader in the space in 3 years from now. Everyone you see like 5K, 10K, you're gonna see 50K, 100K. The same run ETH had, right? So people often complain about, oh no, Sol is for the poor, Sol motherfucker is just, this and that. But I think we need the space to mature, because it had their moment. They had the 97% drawdown, and then now they're back to like 1,000. They went to 4,000. So they came from $1, $5, $10, and now a lot of them have made significant money. So the space is mature. I believe Sol will also go there in the next bull run or however time it takes, but we gotta give it time to get there. So we will get there. The space will mature a lot. People are gonna be, Blocksmith Labs is going to be, the center of, the leaders and the next generation of leaders building, real software products, DeFi, everything.
Love it. I love it. Drew, you want to go?
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, no, I was just going to ask Alex. One of the guys in the inner circle was asking on, like, obviously we touched base a little bit on the royalty piece, but with MIP5 and if that will get applied, or like what exactly the plan will be with some of the new token standards with the existing BSLs, whether they'll be burnt and upgraded to new standards, or what's your kind of thoughts on that?
Oh man, I don't think it's a fucking losing battle, because there's no way social contract works. It was social contract until y'all fucked it up. So I think I don't believe in social contracts working, because fundamentally it can't be enforced. Royalties can't be enforced. So that is the problem. Until that is solved, I saw the Metaplex solution. It's not 100% perfect. So no solution is perfect. So any solution requires you to limit the transfer of NFTs. So that is why we have been sitting on the sidelines, because we don't want to enforce users and treat them like a different class of holders. We don't want to break their shit. We're fine in now. So here's an example that I'll give you in the music industry. So if you remember, the prices of songs were like fucking $10 a pop. That is when people started pirating them, the LimeWire, all these pirating websites, and then it flung too far the other way, and then Apple Music came, Spotify came, so now it's like $2 a month, so you get access to everything. So the ease of use and the cheap, whatever affordability beats whatever. So I don't want to go and download and pirate every single song or movie. Netflix did the same. So I think in the future we'll see somewhere meet in the middle. So that's why we changed our royalties from 8.8% to 4.4%. So I think we'll meet somewhere in the middle, and some projects will have certain standards, certain enforcement. Some projects will still run free. Rarely in Web2 world, you see the same monetization for every project, right? So not every product has the same monetization. It's kind of stupid to expect every project to have the same monetization in Web3 as well. As the space grows, you see different kinds of creative monetization. It could be a project offering premium services for people who pay royalties, or gating their, someone could gate their shit. So maybe if you pay royalties, you get access to certain stuff, or if you don't, you can still trade. A mix of everything, different kinds of monetization. But for us specifically, we're just waiting for the Metaplex standard. If that takes off, maybe we'll consider moving to that. But I still do think it's not perfect. That is why we haven't made any decision to move anything. But I'm actually pro royalties, to be honest. It's literally still the best way to align all the incentives. It works for you, it works for your holders. If someone wants to leave, they can have some tax and leave. But yeah, it's not enforceable, so that's where we are now.
Awesome. So we are almost up to the end of my question list. Just let me see. Some very important questions. I think this is a question for every project founder that's in this space is, what do you think makes the perfect community in your eyes, Alex?
Oh, I think Smiths is a perfect community, as perfect as it gets, because people don't really care about the prize moment as much. People just are, married to the bags. They love how their NFT looks. That is what we're also doing with Smiths, with giving them shifter assets. We'll also give them wallpapers and print design. So that is why I think NFTs survived this whole crash, because Sol is going to shit, but NFTs are up, because people don't care about the Sol going down. They see it as an opportunity to get the NFT they've always wanted for cheaper. That is what is happening now. So yeah, so the direction we want to do also enables that. I think somewhere between DGOTS and Smiths. DGOTS has a great culture, and Smiths has a great community. I think somewhere in the middle would be perfect.
Awesome. Thanks for answering.
The brilliant thing is, sorry, just to jump in. No, I'll say the brilliant thing is in the Discord at the moment, it's just a whole bunch of someone just goes, question asked to Alex, what makes the perfect community? The community right now, loading pictures of kangaroos fighting each other. They're having a good laugh about the Aussie community in Web3. It's just kangaroos all over the place.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, man, Aussies are the best in the community. I fucking love Aussies and so, man. They're a lot of fun. I think starting with you guys, this is a lot of fun. There are a lot of Aussies. The Aussie NFT guy, I think that is like a lot of fun. And I think generally, Aussies, NFTs are a lot of fun. I love them.
I was I think it's because for a lot of it, we don't take it too seriously, so we're always up for a good laugh.
And I think it's important, right? I mean, we're basically buying JPEG, like we're buying pictures with real money. And I think we were talking about this like the other day, like Drew, like, this project looks like it's 20 SOL only, but then when you convert it to the USDC price, it'll be like, holy shit, this is like it's like 1 month of someone's salary in like a third world country, right? So
yeah,
it's interesting, and this is like it comes back into parts of what we were saying, where I think it ties in from like a royalties revenue piece as well, in that same concept that different NFT projects, it's tying into what we said earlier with DeFi, it's now scaled beyond just like when Bored Ape and Punks and stuff, it was like, cool, PFP, the literal memes of just it's a JPEG. Now you're actually starting to see genuine business like creation that then utilize the value that the NFT, where you go, hey, I can actually come up with like a really cool dope business idea and then actually just have the face of it basically be these JPEGs. And so now that you're seeing that side of it, I think there's going to be a really lot of cool innovation. I'm interested on your take, Alex, because I think a lot of projects, I'm really always fascinated by the actual idea for the artwork itself, because I think like probably a good 90% of projects, if not more, when you look at what the project business model, what the actual functionality is, the artwork doesn't initially like scream that like what it is that they do, but it's like it's like this model or this kind of like give and take between what it is that, like the actual utility, and then just the cool PFP ability or the cool JPEG that's that gated access into it. I'm interested in your take on that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I mean, this whole NFT thing started as, okay, artists can sell their art. That was it. And then the generative art started, and then okay, you can be part of the community, and then you can bootstrap your startup with NFTs. So I'm excited to see. I think that was the whole reason to start BSL. So you can bootstrap. I want to prove that you can bootstrap $1 billion company from NFTs. That's like the end goal of this. So yeah, what you mentioned was really cool. So we went with the builder's brand, and then we made sure that our artwork and all of that reflects whatever we're building. And there are a few good examples of that, like Fruits. It's a fruit juice company. They bootstrap with an NFT, and then their NFT are also fruits. It's a great fucking example. They're also cute. The branding is all, dope. But I do see what you're mentioning, because there are a lot of projects that don't, spend the time to bring everything together as a brand. As okay, this is a dog, but you're giving something else. You're building a great product. Okay, what is this about? So yeah, I 100% agree with that. You have to make sure that your brand and your art and your everything that you put out as a brand, everything that you put out as an individual, as a founder, reflects your brand. And I think that is important. And not a lot of projects do that.
No, I agree. I think, yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, something like, there's some good examples that you listed there, and I think it's definitely something that I've been thinking about. Because obviously, like, I'm in the process of building my own like game at the moment within the space, and it's just figuring out exactly how then you want to market it in terms of the actual, from an NFT standpoint, based on the game and that sort of connectability. When almost like when you were saying with the rebrand to Smiths, and how at this point now you synonymously think, you hear the word Smith, you automatically integrate it conceptually with the Blocksmith Labs, the artwork, everything you guys are building. And so I think it's really quite cool, and it's quite an interesting kind of area. But I'm interested on your take in terms of, how do you feel the sort of regulation play will impact NFTs? Like, we're started to now see, obviously, with Yuga Labs, the whole ApeCoin distribution, how that kind of played. Do you think that it's going to, for tokens or SPL tokens or ERC20 tokens that come naturally just through, like, as a staking return, basically more like a dividend, as opposed to just like, hey, here's an airdrop release of these tokens? How do you kind of see that playing potentially, or like, what's your thoughts on it?
I don't think some regulation is important, and this might be a hot take, but I think the regulation should be coming from someone who understands the space. So not anyone should be able to come and rug and dump and fuck off. And so I think some regulation is important, but the regulation that they are going for is kind of like archaic, because you can't have the same rules that you had for other securities, right? So you can't have the same rules for ApeCoin, you can't have the same rules for Forge, because it's a completely different structure, and the incentives and everything is completely different. Okay, the reason I loved crypto is that everything is upside down. So in a traditional startup, if you want to invest in a startup, the retail money is at the end. So after Series A, B, C, D, all these rounds, the IPO happens at the end, and everyone dumps on retail. So, but in this case, you as a retail user have the first money. You're the first money, and then you happen to have like Dust or Forge or whatever DeFi tokens, and then the VCs or the IPOs happen later. So that was my big like light bulb moment for crypto, and I think the regulation should be centered around this new structure, of the new world, or the new modernity system. I think that should happen. But right now in the US, it's super unclear. And that is why our BSL is registered not in US, it's registered somewhere it's in Singapore. So Singapore has more clear laws and what you can and what you cannot do. Because I'm saying some regulation is good, because clarity is more important than having no regulation. You know what I mean? Okay, this is what you can do, rather than, okay, I'm doing this. Am I doing something illegal? Okay, I cannot do this. Okay, maybe let's have a workaround. So I think that is why some oversight is important. Not that the SEC should come and control your assets.
Yeah, I agree, and that's been my stance all along. That I think regulation is needed to provide that framework, that clarity, but provided that the regulation that does come into play doesn't impose on the ability to innovate and create within the space. Because it's like there's that fine line where you don't want to step it too far, and then all the people that want to actually create and really like take this technology to where it can go, and then really restricted with what they can do with it. So, and I agree totally on the model with sort of the sort of flipped version compared to the traditional sort of like raise system that's in Web 2. And I mean, from a community standpoint, it's why as much as they get a load of memes and jokes, it's why I love the meme coin whole craze, because the way that I look at it, with whether it's Doge, Shiba, any of those, you think of like a traditional Web 2 business, it's okay, cool, we've got to build the product and then figure a way to market it out to a specific kind of group of people. Whereas the meme coins have flipped that around, where they've actually just got the community based on a single idea of just the meme itself. And now, like, if Dogecoin basically went and, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, their community would just go, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, they've got they've got one of the hardest parts that you need to actually launch something successful in the community. So I love it, and I think it definitely is an interesting flip. And I think you'll see more and more of that within the Web3 space, where it kind of takes conventional Web2 ideas, but it does it in a very like unique way, which actually improves the process, especially from like a community or like a retail investor kind of perspective. But I'm interested on that. Obviously, we saw with Dust Labs and how they did their raise. Is there ever been kind of any thoughts about you guys potentially doing something along those lines with Forge, so that you might be able to then even further scale? I know we obviously mentioned about it's not necessarily about, let's just go and hire loads and loads of people. It's get the right people, have that, core concise team. But has there ever been any sort of like discussions or thoughts for you guys on that idea?
Yeah, we do have some plans around this, but it's kind of tricky. We wouldn't have done this if royalties existed, because we would have continued doing our own shit. Holders get benefited. We make money from royalties, and it have been daily business. We get 1 million sol royalties. We would have made something like that, 100K sol or something. So it is all now. We have to think, okay, we are giving back to holders, but we still need money to do this 5 years, 10 years from now. But the expectation, if we have more collections, is to drop them in Forge, right? So we cannot make money from that collection. We cannot ask for royalties. Like, obviously, you can't work for free. You can't ask people for free. I'll work for free. I don't know, for 2 or 3 years, I'll be broke. It's fine. But yeah, to scale the team, to have bigger plans, to have grander ideas, you need money. But there is no other option left right now to rather than to VC raise. But yeah, so it is in the back of our minds. So we have thoughts around that, but nothing concrete yet.
Alex, thank you for your time. It's been an amazing hour and 20 minutes. So much content. I feel like we could talk for hours and hours, because it's just so amazing to meet like a fellow founder and a friend. And now I feel so much closer on these live streams. I mean, we're on voice is cool. You don't see
it's different. This is different. Yeah.
This is much better. So to end us off, we've got some rapid fire questions that Chef's going to fire us with. So Chef, do you want to hit Alex? I just want to warn you, Alex, it's going to be a bit controversial, but I hope you don't mind.
These are the hard hitters. These are the hard hitters. So I hope you're ready. All right. Here we go. Elon Musk taking over Twitter. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Hey, Dogecoin. Yay or nay? Okay. Frank being doxxed. Yay or nay? Lizard people are real. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. DC or Marvel?
Marvel, 100%.
Okay. Batman versus Superman. Who wins?
Batman.
Ooh, controversial. Cricket or basketball?
Bro, it's proven.
Yeah, when he has guns.
Cricket.
Okay. Cricket. Will AI take over the world?
No.
Will we see men on Mars?
Yes.
Squats or deadlift?
Deadlift.
All right. Good answers.
I love it.
Good answers. I can't argue.
Go.
Wait. I can't argue with someone. I don't know about Batman. I don't know about Batman.
Bro, you've seen that in the movie, man. You've seen that in the comic books a lot of times. Fucking Batman can and so Here's the thing: Batman has a plan for every single one of the team if they ever turn bad. It's in the comic book, so he has like an entire plan and tools and guns and shit for Superman. It also happened in the Batman v Superman.
He doesn't
movie,
have
right?
guns though. That's where the movie messed up. Batman never uses
gun.
Yeah,
He doesn't kill.
The animated show is wicked because it has that scene in it, and everyone's and they're just looking, and he's like, "Yeah, I've got plans for how to stop all of you guys," and I'm like, "Yeah, fucking, I love it." But I mean, I actually want to ask on the sport one, Alex, because you guys mentioned you were contemplating doing some with the Smiths background, where you obviously had the Christmas ones come out. You were thinking into the World Cup piece. So, are you a big football fan, or like personally, or
no,
what would you say
really.
is like your sport of choice? Cricket,
F1 and cricket.
Ooh,
Formula
nice.
One.
Okay, love it. There you go. I'm a massive cricket. I'm a massive cricket fan. So
let's fucking go. Yeah, I love cricket. Yeah.
I literally bought my apartment because it looks into the Gabba. So whenever there's cricket, we've got the Big Bash coming up next week. So I'm looking
Big Bash
forward
is
to
a lot of fun. Yeah,
it's always
Big
entertaining.
I got nothing to say like cricket or basketball. I'm like cricket. I'm like literally like that cricket on the soundboard. But dude, just to kind of have some fun, I did want to bring up some community members that's watching us on Twitter, as well as from the community in Blocksmith Labs and in any community. If you're watching, if you want to come up and you want to win a Nekozuma bucket hat sent straight to you, come up and I'll send you a link. Of course, the camera will be on. Come and ask Alex a question. And this bucket hat, along with 2 wristbands, will be sent to you. And so let's see if who's gonna send us a DM. Just send me a DM on Twitter. I'm gonna turn on the comments. Hang on, let me make sure we get this.
So one of the guys in the Discord goes, ask Alex, Messi or Ronaldo.
Oh shit. Messi.
All right, that.
Great.
All right, we got Leon coming up. Hang on, let me see. Let me get him up. Sorry about that, guys. Just gonna make sure I have all this done. This is so much better. Like, I gotta thank Elon for this. Like, to be honest.
Everyone's glad that you said Messi. Oh, actually, that's a really good one. Leeway, one of the guys in our syndicate, you just said Tenduka or Kohli.
Oh shit! Oh, it's hard, man. Fuck. Oh, this is harder than Messi and Ronaldo, man. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just can't do it. Maybe Tendulkar.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Yo, we got Leon in the house, baby.
Leon.
Yeah. GM guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, good. Cool. Awesome. How's it going, guys? I just joined late. Sorry, I missed like most of the thing earlier.
You're gonna have to watch it back
I get this, man. I will. Dude, sick jacket, Jet.
Thank you, sir. This is Saint Laurent. It's literally one of the traits that's on an Nekozuma, the one that's on my PFP. So it's inspired by this jacket. And hopefully one day, if our floor price gets to 100 SOL, we can make these like custom made for our holders in blue, in red, in black. And anyways, but Leon, you're here with Alex. Did you have something to ask him? You want to talk about?
Is Alex for Blocksmith, correct?
Yep. Yes,
sir.
Dude, I can say I wish I'd been on there on the mint, like on those Smiths. I'm curious, what's next for Blocksmiths? What are you guys currently working on?
We have Atlas, which is like the CMC, like the coin market cap of NFT. So like the homepage of NFTs. That is one. We have lossless lotteries, so which is like the premium bonds. So there's a protocol on ETH called Pool Together. So it's a lossless lottery. That is one thing. And we have, I haven't talked about the merch. So everything we do, we're going to do it different. We're going to do it, crazy. So merch, every single merch item is going to be unique. So, and they're also based on the NFTs that you own. So if you have an energy skin, you have access to a different kind of merch. So shit like that. So it's going to be unique. Everything is going to be different for merch. And we also have Project 2. I can't really give away too much, but that is like far away from it. Yeah. So these are like the outline. We could build some.
That all sounds amazing. Let's start with the first one. So coin market cap for NFTs. Awesome. Obviously, I'm guessing Solana first. Are you guys going to do like Ethereum, Polygon, those other chains?
So we're going to build multi-chain in mind. Yeah, it's going to start with Sol, but it's going to have every single NFT platform.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah,
I love that. I love the fact that you just said that, Alex, with the merch and how it actually links in with the traits of your BSLs. I fucking love that. I think that's such a cool concept and idea. And I'm definitely going to now have to, look even harder at which ones I'm going to be buying next now. So I'm going to be now thinking in my mind going, oh shit, okay, I want one that looks cool, but also I will wear this IRL 100%. I love that. That's cool.
Dude, Alex, because we saw you rocking a Blocksmith Labs hoodie. It's with that logo on the chest. Yeah. Is this new? Is this coming soon or?
No. This is just something one of our Jiu-Jitsu D guy. He's an Aussie. He's part of our team. So he made this for the team just because he wanted to have fun. Yeah, that's why I have this. This is not the official merch. The official merch is going to be different. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, we gotta send you this and send Leon some bucket hats as well, and send you some wristbands. We purposely mocked OK Bears because we had our wristbands finished pre-mint. We had 10,000 made, and we had to turn the project into a free mint. But anyways, we're still here. We're still rocking, and we're still fighting. We're still hustling. Let's fucking go, man. So last one. If there would be someone who wants to come up, I am gonna give 12 Forge tokens to someone who's gonna join our stream. So if you guys are listening, you wanna join up, I'm giving away 12 Forge, baby.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see if anyone is gonna hit me up.
I just posted it in the inner circle. I was just like, Jet's giving away Forge. Jump up.
But you gotta, it is kind of like a stretch, right? Because you gotta like docs, and some people might not be so comfortable.
I'm curious, Alex. So your decision obviously to docs like today on this call. So was there what kind of was the process I guess in your mind in terms of the whole docs nature of things and thinking about at what point do you want to docs and how you go about it?
I think lately I've wanted to create like video form content or go on podcasts and do shit like video format, but not being docs. It's just kind of limiting. You have to do weird shit, put on glasses, masks, and Bitcoin mask and all that shit. I don't want to do that. I think looking people in person or like face to face, it has a much better connection, I think. So that is why I just decided to doc. So this is a space that I've done for a while. I think the last one, I don't know, like 2 months ago about Raven. So I thought there's a good opportunity to start the new page. Eventually, if you grow big enough, you're gonna have to docs anyway. But if you go to IRL events, you're gonna docs anyway. But I don't see a point. So we're not gonna rug anytime soon. So I don't see any point in not doxing. And also, why docs now? Because I just had a fresh cut. I'm not feeling ugly for a couple of weeks, so I just did it now.
Man's looking fresh. Man's looking fresh. He's like, I'm gonna jump on the camera, and I love it. Yeah. I love it.
It's funny you say about rugging though, because I don't know, even people that are docs can rug. Like there's sentiment that like if you're docs, you're not gonna rug, and that's so not the case. Like it's nearly impossible to go after people, especially depending on where they're located, for rugging. So it's like I don't know the point of doxing at this point. It seems like it's not
doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, Sam it doesn't really mean anything.
Giving interviews.
Exactly. SBF like, is giving interviews. So the point of doxing at this point is it's not.
Doesn't mean anything. Sam is giving interviews.
Look who just joined us.
Yeah, not bad. Happy to see Alex here, man. I'd never seen you, so I've seen all the other fools in here, but I hadn't seen you.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm doxing. Yeah, so.
Congrats. So what's going on, Leon? What's up, big guy?
Dude, just building away.
Yo, weirdest thing ever, man. I ordered some cookies for my kids just now from this delivery service, right? And they fucking sent me a bottle of whiskey with it. I was like, why would you? whiskey with cookies. My daughter's like, "What is this, Daddy? Can I drink that?" I was like, "No, you can't."
That is weird.
But dude, Danny, did you have anything that you wanted to ask Alex that you want to talk about? I mean, since he's here, might as well.
Yeah, no, I was listening to what you were saying, and it's really intriguing that you said. Did I miss it, or did you say you have a project number 2 coming up, Alex?
Yep. Yeah.
Ooh, exciting. And is that going to be a completely different agenda, or is that going to be a continuation of Blocksmith?
No. I think we have maybe we've done the series, builders and the protecting the Solana community and all of that. We want to venture out into something fun, appealing, young, all of that. So I realize we lack something in terms of hype and the speculation and all of that. So the first goal is going to be, bringing the hype into the collection. That is what it's going to be. And then, of course, we're Blocksmith Labs. We're going to build some stuff, but that's not going to be the USP.
Yeah. No, it's interesting how you were talking about before that at the end of the day, like royalties has changed the game, right? Or the lack of, meaning that, in order for projects to have sustainability, you need to build a revenue source. And it's really, really hard to get enough scale in there to build a sustainable source of revenue that can drive your project. And, the holders expect you to do any mints that you do thereafter in your native token. You can't make money with that. So it's kind of like a catch-22. It's a hard thing. I hear you, man.
So finding PMF is like the biggest challenge in Web2. Here it's kind of simpler because your holders are your first 3,000 alpha testers. So that problem is not there. But the problem is, even when you find PMF, even when you are making sustainable revenue, the expectation is to give it back to holders in some form, even with your token or straight up revenue share. So yeah, even if you are making sustainable revenue, like you're giving it away, how the fuck you're supposed to build for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think it's interesting to see whether in the future people go more towards subscription, the subscription route and basically mimic Web2 businesses, right? Which would totally change the game, I think.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think different projects, like in the traditional web, will have different kind of monetization, and it works for some. Let's just say for, I think, Sol Army, like an educational platform or a DAO. So for some of these projects, it kind of makes sense to have a subscription, but it might not make sense. The same monetization might not make sense for every project. So there's no one fits all kind of monetization going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a feeling that sometimes builder projects or people that are actually building with a lot of infrastructure in the background get less recognition than PFP hype projects?
Yeah, 100%. That is why we want to change some things with Project 2. And that is why we've changed a few things, like the art and, everything that we have done. So to kind of more focus on our collection. Because, okay, it's a two-way street. If you want distribution, if you want people to care about your products, you need your floor price, right? So because even if you build great products and people don't give a fuck, it doesn't make any sense. So it goes both ways. So that is why we're also focusing on a collection, having more, holders and users and, supporters and marketers. So basically, they're all your supporters and marketers, and they're rooting for you. They're using your products. So if you have like 10,000, 20,000 users, they're your first 10,000, 20,000 users, right? So I think it's still a big win to focus on your floor price and making your holders happy.
So I got a question about Generation 2. Is a whitelist holding a Blocksmith? That's how you get into whitelist?
Let's just, okay, first things first, let's just not call it Gen 2. So it's going to be completely different. So nothing related to building or builders or strong man, holy hands, I don't know, crossing hands, all that shit. So it's going to be completely different branding. But the only thing is going to be, it's still going to be under the BSL as a company. That's it. So yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna maximize hype around this. So one way would be having the ability as a Smith to invite people to your community. So you as a holder have the power to pick who you want to be to the part of the community. So that's going to be one of the ways to do it. And then whitelist spots are kind of like your capital before you mint. So we got to find like the best ways. So the people who work for the whitelist, not grind, I would say grind, but the best people get it. Scholarships is one version of it. So we're also actively working on different ways to bring attention to this project so that people notice this. Not just the old way of giving whitelists to the LO lists to DAOs is not going to work anymore. So it's going to be creative. Everything's going to be different from the ground up. All the mechanics, even the NFT itself is going to be completely different. The how everything works is going to be different. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be interesting.
You realize how he's spent like 5 minutes hyping us up and hasn't told us anything. He hasn't told us anything. He just hyped us up.
I mean,
if you do,
we have
it's going to be a big success.
I appreciate it, man. We do have the track record of delivering. So we told before Bifrost for 2 months, it's nothing that you've ever seen, and we delivered on it. So, and we also told Smiths is going to be the biggest thing that we're going to build, and then we delivered on it. And then I'm telling you right now, Atlas 3 will be the biggest NFT product, even bigger than marketplaces, and we will deliver, and I'm confident about it, the team and our capabilities. And then the same with Project 2. I know we're gonna give our best, and then I know we're gonna deliver, and it's gonna happen.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Congrats on that. I'm definitely gonna be rooting for you.
Let's go.
Sweep the floor.
Appreciate it, man.
Don't hit me, Jet.
Hell yeah.
Alex, is there like a rough sort of timeline that you've got like in your mind or anything in terms of with the second project of when you're roughly thinking of trying to launch it?
I don't want to do any time, man, but probably like 6 months from now. I don't know. It's tough. If I say it now, people are going to come.
People will like
exactly
hold you to it from now. Like, all right,
there's it.
Yeah. Someone gets a phone, they get their phone out and they're like, all right, Siri, start a timer for like. Siri, actually, my Siri actually did just go off. So.
I had to ask, this is going to be a bit controversial, but do you think if DeGods do drop that third collection on ETH, would it be something positive for Solana? Of course, we know it's going to be positive for them because, there's a lot of liquidity there. But would it bring more exposure to Solana and as well as the liquidity trickling down to the rest of the projects?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything controversial here. I think if they move their assets, which is super difficult, like to discuss, there is just no way you individually user have to wormhole their NFTs. Maybe they'll find a way, but I think I'm all up for having like a different collection. And then I know if DeGods are gonna do it, they're gonna do it in a way that brings in DeGods and Utes. It's not just gonna be straight up mint. So they're gonna involve the points and Utes and DeGods. So I think it inevitably will bring a lot of volume and pump all of DeGods and Utes stuff. I think it's a net positive if they expand. So they have the ability to maintain like two different communities on two different chains. So I think that's going to be a net positive. But I'm not sure about just moving their assets, like their native assets, DeGods and Utes to ETH. I think that's going to be bad, at least temporarily.
I always thought that
like are here to take a spot.
Exactly. I was going to say, no matter what, I'll say, there's strong builders. So any gap that gets kept left behind, I think there's an element that depends on the time frame of when they drop it. Like, because my gut original idea was rather than try and bridge across DeGods or Utes, they drop the third collection, which is native to ETH. But then if they're all about increasing the community size and the whole cross-chain element, you basically just do a 1-for-1 collection of the ETH one per DeGod and Ute. So it'd be a 25,000 collection on ETH. Every DeGod holder, every Ute holder gets one, and the idea then that you can then just sell them to the ETH community, and you then bridge in that way. But like, there's so many ideas. But I agree. Like, I think at the end of the day, they will do what's best for their project, which as from a founder's perspective, you would expect them to do. But there's so many amazing projects within this space that would more than happily you know, and I think it would, and like there's an element of me that thinks it would be good to kind of free up that limelight in a way to enable some, like, because I think there's a lot of very strong projects on Solana that, you know, a lot of people within the Solana ecosystem might know of, but a lot of projects that do go under the radar because at the end of the day, obviously they do take a lot of that limelight. So I think it's bullish for the rest of the space and all the teams and people building that can then step up 100%.
100%. We're going to step up.
I think it will bring awareness, like them going over there, them discovering, whoa, there's this quality on Solana. I didn't know that. I thought it was a chain for the poors. And I mean, we've seen it every time, like Frank has gone over there and spoken on the podcast, right? Like you've seen bumps and people from ETH, the early adopters moving to Sol. But that could speed up, and then you'll, like Alex said, you know, positive sum, it just spreads out.
And this is where I think Atlas has got like such a possibility to be such a huge like piece within the entirety of the Web3 NFT space, like based on what you were saying, Alex, because when you think like any ETH-based or ETH native NFT project is only going to be thinking about the ETH ecosystem. They don't really care about Solana, AVAX, Phantom, Aptos, any other chain. It's ETH, 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 even the L2s. Whereas if you guys are able to make something that is like that Web3 coin, like the NFT version of a coin market cap that then actually spans cross-chain, I think it starts to then bring that attention where even if you are on another chain, you start to realize the quality. Like if you can have an alternate chain produce quality like applications that then work on your chain, that makes you go, oh shit, these guys are doing fucking legit stuff. I want to get involved. And it's that piece, which is one of the reasons why, like when I was listening to you talk about Atlas and I was going, fuck, like that actually could be massive, because like you said, then it's just a case of how you scale across different chains. But if you make something that is so in demand and would be like so sought after across the entirety of the ecosystem, then that in of itself is a massive marketing play, regardless of what chain people operate on.
Yeah, discovery is a huge problem. Like if you want to like venture into like ETH NFTs now, I don't know what is the place to go. You're gonna ask your ETH friends. I don't know. If you're a new user, where do you go? Like there's just no SEO for, like, you can't just Google search. Maybe you just go to YouTube and search for, you know, relevant videos. I think that's the only place. But having like data backed information. So this is all going to be like, okay, someone from ETH just looks at Atlas and says, okay, there's something on Creatus that is, people are spending a lot of, you know, money on the whitelist. People are, you know, highlighting, like favoriting this, like on CoinMarketCap. So people are observing this and spending their actual money on this, participating in the giveaways. The community sentiment on Twitter is great. So that will be the place for them to see, oh, this is something maybe I should check out. So discovery is a huge problem, you know, for the NFTs, and I think that will be, you know, a massive, you know, problem solved.
Like reliability of the information is also massive.
Yeah.
Because so you go to an exchange or whatever, you know, a marketplace, look for your information. You don't know what's paid, what's not been paid, you know, why they're there. So if you do it data backed, like you say, that's going to be massive.
Yeah. So people can say whatever they want, but what matters is where people are spending their money. So if they're actually spending a lot of money, you know, buying a whitelist spot on the whitelist marketplace, or a lot of users are participating in their giveaways, so that there are like better indicators than a YouTuber. You don't know, like they don't have the data back. So yeah, so I think they're in better indicators to show, you know, what are trending.
In terms of like new platforms that are coming out, right, guys? I mean, and this could be for anyone. So we see YouTube, we see Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Do you think there's a possibility that what Elon Musk is trying to do with Twitter is he's trying to be that one app to basically capture all of the audience in all of these sectors, and what that would look like in your heads?
I don't know, man. I think different social medias have different kinds of cultures. the people on Instagram and people on Twitter are not the same. So Instagram is all about flexing your shit, right? So, but on Twitter, like your content, your conduct, your whatever you have to put it in text. You're not flexing your Lambos. Maybe some people do, but that's not the culture on Twitter. I think these different pockets of different communities should exist on different social medias. But I don't think there should be one single platform for everything.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, it's just not possible. There's no way that you're going to get everybody that's on all these different platforms onto one platform. There's just different needs for people, and everybody has different ideas of what they're looking for, and you can't please everybody, right? So I don't think that would ever happen.
Yeah, even TikTok and YouTube coexist because the user base and the kind of users, and it's completely different. So they can still coexist and have different communities.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Elon does with Twitter, especially with the crypto tokens that are coming. I think that's going to be really good for Twitter. But also, when you mentioned like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that kind of stuff, right? Like we're going to get that version of that, but they're going to be Web3 based. So I'm excited. Like we have no idea. We I don't think we've seen them yet, right? They haven't launched. Maybe they exist in the next bull market. But I'm excited to see that pairing of where communities aggregate with value.
I am looking forward to the day that we can log on Twitter, we can verify with a wallet, and we can get access to special group chats on Twitter that's token gated. I think that would be awesome. And if we could find a way to streamline the information on Discord and kind of find a way to consolidate all the information into one simple platform, and the chat is easy to use. There's a video live stream. You can send files, you can send voice notes. I mean, right now on Twitter, I think for some countries you can send voice notes, but for some you can't. So I think there's still a lot of barriers that I think they would probably need to finish up and features to add. But I'm looking forward to that. However, it's been like close to 2 hours now. Alex, I do want to be very respectful of your time. I really appreciate your time here. So just want to say thank you once again for coming out here with us, chilling with us on the Thunder Spaces, doxing. One last question before you go is, how do you take care of your hair, and how do you have that sexy hair?
If I could go, I don't know, man.
Please, Alex, tell us. Please tell us.
I don't fucking know, man. Genetics, I guess.
Yo, Indians got great hair. That's a true fact right there. Indians got great hair.
Yeah, kind of true. Yeah.
Yo, chef, take that cap off, dude. We want to see your hair. There you go.
Oh, let's go.
I just
yeah, dude.
5 a.m.
Jealous.
Now.
Well, this was
Oh,
great,
so
guys. Do you have any last words for all of us, Alex, before we close up?
this has been fucking great. I did not realize it. Like it's been 2 hours. Like it's just felt like a normal conversation. With just friends. It's been a great time. I didn't realize I doxed for the first time as well. Excited to go on Twitter and see what people are saying about me. I don't know. Exciting stuff, man. So I can create more video content. I can get on more. Maybe I can get back again on this stream. Yeah, exciting times, man. Perfect. Love it. Awesome. Thankful, man. Thankful for this. Appreciate it.
Pure financial advice: sweep the floors, everyone.
Okay. Forge or Smiths? Which should we buy more of?
Oh, that's hard. That's hard, man. I'd say Smiths. Like fucking chicken or the egg. Same question. Buy the chicken, produce the eggs.
Let's fucking go. Financial advice for you right there.
No, it's not. Yeah. No, if there is any SEC member here, let it be known. I'm not responsible for any of the conversation.
But yeah, man, dude, you're very welcome to come back here. You've got me in the DMs now. We're always more than willing to push out your content. I'm a community member. I'm a holder. So it's my job to do my best part. I want to make sure that I support the projects that I'm a part of and do my best with the things that I have and the resources I have. So very welcome to host this. And for those of you who are Blocksmith holders, we're going to be doing a weekly community spaces. So stay tuned for that. We'll let you know on the timings. Let's come out and vibe. For those of you who may not feel so comfortable to get on camera like this, you're very welcome to get on Spaces with us and come and chill. We'd love to hear your story and how you came across Blocksmith Labs and your favorite trades, what you like about Alex's hair, and of course, how sexy Alex looked. But Alex, I just want to say the feedback on Twitter has been amazing. They're like just blowing up. Alex is so hot. He's so handsome. He's so hot. He's so fat. He's got nice hair. So you're definitely going to have fun, man.
Let's go. Peace, guys.
Let's go. All right. Peace, guys. Take care. We're going to end the stream. Much love. You have a good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Drew, Chef, Leon, Danny, saying thank you for joining us, and everybody else joining us as well. Stay safe. Get a ledger if you haven't bought yet. And see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared.